For those who aren't familiar with ColorScience, can you tell us a little bit about the company, what it is, and how it got started?
ColorScience is a mineral cosmetic line. We specialize in mineral makeup and we specialize in mineral sun care. We created the first ever mineral sunscreen, which is physical and instant and stays on for hours. It's a powder, not a cream, which is a completely different way of thinking about sunscreens. ColorScience sells to mostly the medical aesthetic channel, to dermatologists, plastic surgeons, medical spas. We also sell to high-end resorts like the Peninsula and the Montage and the St. Regis.
Your business is different from other cosmetic companies, is it not?
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about how ColorScience plays a role in the healthcare and technology fields?
ColorScience came into the business, the medical aesthetic business, at a very exciting time because big things are happening with skincare and other technologies like lasers, again, like Botox, like fillers. And what we do is we use high-tech ingredients that enhance the benefits of those products. So we're a big asset to the healthcare industry. In that, when you use ColorScience, we can give you physical instant sun protection, which is absolutely essential when you've had invasive procedures done to your face. And the other thing is that we can give you almost no downtime on almost all of those procedures. But mostly we offer zinc and titanium dioxide and iron oxides, ingredients that give you color that's good for your skin, but it works just on the surface of your skin.
Now, this isn't the first company you've started. You've been down the entrepreneurial path before when you started your first mineral makeup company, Bare Essentials, back in the 1970s. What were some of the lessons you took away from your experience with Bare Essentials that helped you the most when you started ColorScience?
Well, the experience of Bare Essentials was fabulous because in that period of time, I created over 2,000 products. And so I knew I had a knack for creating products. I knew how to research. I knew how to get the raw materials. I knew how to figure out what kind of ingredients I wanted. What I learned from Bare Essentials in business was how to do retail, how to create wholesale business, how to market the product really more on a local level than a national level, how to open stores. We opened 4 stores and 2 franchises before I left there. So I had great experience with that. What I didn't have experience with was getting money, getting investors, growing the business to another level.
You, out of all people, would know the challenges of working with investors. When is the right time to grow your business to the next level, and how do you know when to bring in the right investors to work with?
If your business is successful, inevitably that is what's going to happen. You're going to get to a place where you will make a decision to either keep your business at a certain level, even maybe back it up a little. I have at times grown too quickly and had to pull out the stops and slow down and back up because I wasn't ready to make a big jump. Because you get to a point you either slow down, keep it in neutral, or you're going to make a bigger jump. And once you make that jump, most likely you're going to either need to get a bank loan or you're going to need to get investors. And sometimes that's just what's happening in the industry. You know, when Bare Essentials went public and we had so many people calling to ask and invest in our business, and suddenly my legacy of being, quote, the mother of mineral makeup was going to go away. So we made a decision that we were ready to go to the next level instead of where we had been very happy just being a little niche, almost a cult makeup line. And then how do we choose the right people? And having chosen the wrong partners before and really never did feel good about that, and not trusting myself, the biggest thing I think you have to do is you must trust your gut. You know when you have the right situation. And what we did this time is really, one, you make sure you have the same vision. You make your vision clear, so you've got to know where you're going. Verbalize it, and then interview to make sure that that vision is going to be kept throughout what you're doing. And then I think it's more than money. It's got to be money. It's got to be enough money. So you've got to have a good business plan and make sure this will work, or you will, again, slowly or quickly lose your own investment. And then finally, what other assets do these investors have? Do they bring legal advice? Do they bring PR to the story? Do they bring business experience? Those kind of things can really take your business where it needs to go so much faster, and you can never get that even if you do a bank loan. That's where the right venture capitalists come in, and I'm happy to say I think we have that this time.
Entrepreneurs often face a slew of challenges when they start any business. What were some of the obstacles you had to overcome when you started ColorScience?
Everything. Everything. I read a book called, I don't know if it was 7 Business Mistakes or 70 Business Mistakes and How Not to Make Them. And I can tell you, I made every single one of them. I picked the wrong location for a retail store. I didn't know how to ask for money. I knew how to write a business plan. I did work with the SBA, and I knew how to write a business plan, but I really didn't know how to understand cash flow. Certainly, I didn't know how to get the right partners once I did go into a partnership with the venture capitalist. I didn't understand the questions to ask and what really mattered long term. I don't know that I even saw long term. I was so caught up in the moment. If I could probably just keep listing so many things. What I did right was love the product, love the people, love the concept, worked really, really, really hard, put every penny I had back into the business, focused, but most business mistakes I made.
What kind of advice would you like to give to all of the other entrepreneurs out there?
Well, you have to love what you do because it's a lot of work. I mean, I worked long hours, weekends, no vacations for many, many years. And if you don't love it, you can't do that. And I did. To me, working was playing. So I had a passion for what I did, and I think you need to do that. The other thing is, I think you can't let anybody tell you no, because if you're anything you want, there's will, there's way. And then finally, I really believe you just need some luck. You're going to be at the right place at the right time, and if you're in there long enough doing the right things, luck will come. Bad things will come, but good things will come. Right. And that's just, enjoy the journey.
Thank you so much for visiting with us, Diane. It's been a pleasure hearing your story. We wish you continued success in the future. And thanks so much for watching OCTANE's Spotlight on the Entrepreneur. See you next time.